Hi y'all, BB here. I have a little rant about serving sizes versus the disposable, unreusable packaging. It doesn't make sense for certain things and then other things. So, let's start with what is acceptable as a disposable packaging that says literally one serving. This is disposable packaging. Notice, crinkle crinkle, and there is no Ziploc. There's no Velcro. There's no clip. It says serving size, one package. Now that, mind you, right where my thumb is, that's the maximum of the contents of the bag. It doesn't even take up a third of the bag. This is one serving. The whole bag. That I definitely agree with. I could eat that in one serving. This is a can of Spaghettios. It says serving size, one container. It's also 15.8 ounces. That's almost a pound of Spaghettios. That's a lot of Spaghettios in one sitting, in one helping, in one serving. But am I going to eat all of the Spaghettios in one sitting, in one serving? Hell yeah! Now let's go to the things that don't make sense. We're going to start with single serving. Well, actually, we're going to start with... I take that back. These are not single serving. This is single-use packaging. Single-use packaging that you cannot Ziploc, you cannot fold, you cannot reuse, and it's a microwave item, so you just put it in a bowl, add water, and put it in the microwave, basically. It says serving size, 4 serving per container. How am I supposed to save this? Okay, I'm saying in a hypothetical situation where I'm a person who doesn't have any storage containers or food containers. I don't have any bowls with lids. I don't have any bowls and tin foil. Everything would have to go in the fridge exposed. And I'm not going to do that, hypothetically. So how can I... And I don't have any bag clips. And I don't have any paper clips. And I don't have any hair clips. How am I supposed to save the packaging by doing 1/4 cup of each of just the sand? Okay, it's literal sand in a bag. How am I supposed to do a 1/4 cup and then just set the bag aside if I don't have paper clips, if I don't have bag clips, etc.? And I don't have any storage containers or food containers. I don't know. Because this is not a single serving type of... It's not a single serving item, even though ideally, when I sit down to make all of it, it's a single serving. It fills the belly. And it's single-use packaging. Let's move on to single-use packaging snacks. We have Cheez-Its. Grab and go. It is not a Ziploc. I repeat, this is not a Ziploc. The bag is full, almost up to the line. I'd say about halfway up the C. Grab and go. So you just open the bag. But there's no Ziploc. There's no bag clip. There's no little slippy thing you slip the top of the bag into. What's it say? About 3 servings. How am I supposed to save this bag if I don't have a rubber band? If I don't have a bag clip? What am I supposed to do? Just roll it up and hope they don't go stale? It's grab and go, for God's sake. And it's single-use packaging. Again, I could eat all of this in one sitting for a work lunch and be satisfied for the whole day until I get home for dinner, just to have this whole package instead of 1/4 of it. It's just sand that thickens. And these are just crackers in a grab-and-go single-use packaging, but it says 3 servings. Now, I know I'm not supposed to take these literally, but it really irks me and bugs me, and that's why I'm making this video. Let's move on to mac and cheese. Yes, you can save your mac and cheese. Yeah, you can put it in a bowl with a lid. But if I don't have a lid, then how am I supposed to have 3 servings per container? Trust me, this brand, this Signature Selective mac and cheese, I can eat this all in one sitting. And I do. There's no way to save. If it's 3 servings, how am I supposed to save the little packet of dried cheese mix 3 times? I don't get it. You can't. Because otherwise, when it's opened, it oxidizes and it hardens if you don't use it, because it oxidizes. Just like an avocado goes brown if you already crack it open and you want to save it. Oh, I'll save it for tomorrow for my leftovers. But you can't. The avocado's already oxidized. Same thing with sometimes the packaging of seasonings and dried cheese mixes. It oxidizes. So how am I supposed to save it for a 3rd serving or a 2nd serving? I just eat the whole thing in one sitting. Let's go for taco seasoning. Where it's, again, single-use, disposable packaging. You don't even need to cut it. You can tear it. It says about 6 servings per container. This is not a container. By no means is it a container. It is literally an envelope. And second, I just pour it all into the raw chicken. Hey, look, I got raw chicken that I'm thawing out from the freezer. I'm not doing tacos tonight, but this is a good example of single-use packaging that lies and says per container. You should say package or envelope or packet. And no, while I'm cooking chicken in a skillet on the stove, I just pour the entire contents. And again, it's just sand. I'm not saving it, because that's redundant. Let's go to chocolate pudding. Serves about 4. I mean, yeah, when I have vanilla pudding, I usually eat it in 2 sittings. But again, as an adult, it doesn't say for kids. As an adult, I could eat this in 1 sitting. Is that healthy? No. But I'm saying, if I'm hungry enough, I could eat it in 1 sitting. Let's go to a can of olives. Serves about 4. Maybe. But I still think that's ridiculous because it's not a reusable can. What if I only wanted a small portion of the olives? See? How would I save the can? I couldn't. And let's go to the chunky Campbell's clam chowder. 2 servings per container. Has 240 milliliters. 180 calories. Let's compare that to Mr. Spaghettio's. 170 calories. Serving size 1 container. 15.8 ounces. 18.8 ounces. They're almost the same. Almost the same amount. A little bit more ounce in here because more goo and more texture. But it's, for the most part, a single serving both versions. So, that's my rant. Oh, and you know what? I have one more. The infamous Top Ramen. Chicken. Serving size. 1 packet. Oh, that's the wrong brand. Oh, that's right. Manchurian was the one that said 3 servings. Or 2 servings. And I'm like, huh? Yeah, so Top Ramen is 1 serving. Whereas Manchurian, it literally says 3 servings and expects you to only do a tiny little sprinkle of the chicken flavor seasoning packet per serving. So there's your one serving, and you can throw away your packaging immediately. And then all of these items, again, single-use packaging, and inside the mac and cheese box is a paper packet of cheese powder that oxidizes when exposed to oxygen. So you can't save it for a second serving or a third serving. I might be taking it far too literally, but I don't care. What I'm saying is, a snack bag should not be 3 servings when it's literally a single-use packaging and says grab and go. A bag of sand that turns into wannabe mashed potatoes should not be 3 servings. And you have no way to seal it. Chocolate pudding doesn't need to be 4 servings. It needs to be 2 servings and call it good. 2 servings for a big can of clam chowder. Maybe? Maybe not. I don't know. Olives? It says 4 servings, but there's no way to save the can. Taco seasoning, you just dump it into your raw chicken while you're cooking it. Come on. Come on. It is not 3 or 4 servings. The point is, single-use packaging and then their serving sizes don't always match and they don't always make sense. I'm actually the most pissed off about. Grab and go. It's a snack. It's crackers. They will go stale really quickly. There's no Ziploc. It's single-use packaging. And it says 3 servings. No, bitch. I'm going to eat all those on my work lunch and in under 20 minutes. I'm not going to save them for later. That's my rant from BB. Okay, y'all. See you later. Bye.